Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. We've got the Brooklyn Nets matched up against the defending NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. Now here's Lopez. Nailed from three-point land. Lopez has got the first points up on the board for the Nets. The three from Tatum. And Irving pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Lopez. And the three off target.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And how about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
Now here's Kidd with the drive. Lets it go with the three. Offensive rebound. Back to KD. Pass to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. A three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And right there is the difficulty in defending Petrovic. He can burn you from deep as well as off the dribble.
Here's White. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Kidd. And the layup's good off the glass.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Brown outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez.
Tricky move by Brown inside, making sure he gets the whistle and completes his motion.
And Brown drops them both. The Nets with the lead. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. During our talk, I asked Coach what makes Kevin Durant one of the best scorers ever. He told me it's insane that a 7-footer has that much skill. Kevin truly is one of a kind. No one can stop him one-on-one. We need a team effort. Of course, KD's going to the Hall of Fame, and he's still giving opponents nightmares late in his career. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Tatum, and he drives in.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots. Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside, Horford. Brown wide open, he fires. And no good, the try spell continuing for him. Here's KD. Takes it off the glass. Durant's got 5.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's Durant. He's got 5.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Nets leading by 16. Floats one. And it's Kidd getting it to go in. He's got 7.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Irving for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
3. Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Horford, no luck. Pass to Kidd. Fires from deep. And the Nets, another 3.
Oh, the concentration from Kidd at the arc, a big part of how he stays consistent from there.
Here's Brown. And a missed layup. Good if it goes. And so it's Brooklyn, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Nets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the 4th, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here's Pritchard, still scoreless. Lock at 6. Here's Craig. Rebound, Brooklyn. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Durant. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
There is no limit to what KD can do scoring the basketball.
Now a timeout called by Boston. The Nets making a switch here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Nets have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Such a talent. Kyrie does certain things offensively that few others will even attempt.
Carter outside. Fades back. That one misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the shot goes in. Tatum's got 6.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
That one goes. Count it.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Harden, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Outside Irving. To the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Knocks down the three ball. Harden's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And that time, converting off the catch. Harden showing a little bit of everything tonight.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Brooklyn in control. Pass to Coleman. Back to Irving. Out to Carter. Outside Irving. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the three.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Hauser. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
So hard to contain. Irving enjoys putting the D on their heels and drawing fouls.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And here's Boston. And they double up Brown. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Right side, Porzingis. White, wide open. He fires. Connects from three-point range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Harden. Second shot opportunity. They get it back. Here's Coleman. Back to Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 1:01 left to play in the first half. And another shot. Pass to Martin. Missed it, even after all those chances. Left side, Brown. Carter outside. No good with the triple. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden looking it over. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the half. The tray. Here's Coleman. Over Holiday. Porzingis with the block. Here's White. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Brooklyn ahead, running away with this one.
47.
And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's the Celtics ball. Here's Holiday. Martin gets the rebound. Here's Coleman. Nothing on the board. The shot's good from Carter. Carter's got the first basket of the third quarter for Brooklyn. Left side, Porzingis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
Al Harden. Out to Carter. Takes the three. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Carter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Pass to Holiday. Jacks up a three. Drills the three-pointer. Holiday's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Harden can't hit. On the wing, Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Pass to Coleman. From deep, Harden. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Outside Irving. Takes it inside. And Harden wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 6.
Beautiful stroke on the three ball. Harden is a lights-out shooter from this area.
Out to White. Fires the three. Rebounded by Coleman. And here's Brooklyn. Pass to Martin. The shot comes out. Nice D from Porzingis. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. Out to Carter. Fires the three. And Tatum pulls it down.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Holiday with the three. Rebounded by the Nets. Irving with a clean look. That one falls coming off Carter's feed. He's got 9.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Back to Harden. Over Holiday. Out to Carter. For 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Brown outside. Outside Porzingis. Over Irving. And another miss by Boston. And here are the Nets. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the
We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
My goodness, that is how you attack a bigger defender.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And what I love about Tatum, he is decisive with his decision-making in terms of driving the basketball. Solid at kind of just putting his head down and creating the angle, and then the strength there to take the contact and force the foul.
Out to the right wing. The 3. A nice shot by Van Horn. Van Horn's got his first 3 points of the game. And Tatum launches it from deep. And so it's Brooklyn with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Anderson with the ball for Brooklyn. Outside for Jefferson. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Jefferson.
Shows the quickness that time. Jefferson just gets it in a hurry.
Here's Craig. Williams with the defensive effort.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Anderson. Pass to Jefferson. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Anderson. And he's good on the 3 ball.
3.
Anderson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defense has to be careful with Anderson at the arc. If he finds shots he likes, he can be efficient. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Jefferson's shot is off. So it's Boston now. Here's Hauser. From deep. Boston again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Nets working the ball around now. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Williams, and it's blocked. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Out of bounds. Net ball.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Back to Jefferson. They get the rebound. The kick out to Anderson. The second chance effort. And Boston with the rebound. Shot on the wing. And it's White missing.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Pass to Birdsong. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by White. Jefferson with the 3 to the left side wing. Birdsong, good. Birdsong's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Right wing. Pass to Birdsong. Puts up a 3. He can't hit that time.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Anderson outside. Now here's Williams. Shoots over Brown. Williams, that's good.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
White, a good look. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Here's Jefferson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Brown outside. Hits it from 3-point range.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Pass to Van Horn. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, Holiday. Lets the three fly. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Here's Birdsong. "50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Count that one."
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
And here's Brown outside. Brooklyn with the ball. It's stolen by Brown. Drives to the net. It's a great finish!
Oh, my. Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Knocked loose. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Outside Jefferson. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which they